Hello everyone, it's Kevin here with another edition of Talking on Sunshine. We'll give you the information. It's a limited amount of information you'd have to say. NYU had a 1-0 win over Kiwana, so that's 2 on the bounce for the Reds. Coolum edged out Fiji's 3 goals to 2, I believe. So that's a good performance by Cooley, but it proves that the Green Machine will be a lot better than people think. Don't have any under 23 results for either of those. Noosa up there at Noosa. In FQPL 3, it was Noosa 8 defeated Gympie 0, 23s, Noosa 6, Gympie 0. And in the under 23s in Cali versus Woombye, that finished 2 goals to 1 to the Eagles. As far as the FQPL 3 men, Cali were up a goal to 0, a goal to goal machine that is Josh Fauché. But the referee abandoned the game on 27 minutes in the second half due to a lighting issue. So I guess it's watch this space. When you know, I'll know. And we will leave all that to the people, as I always say. That's above my pay grade, and we'll see how that turns out. I'll come back and tell you what I have learnt from this week.
He knows nothing. He knows nothing.
Well, once would have been plenty, thank you very much. Anyway, here's what I've learned. Despite their issues off the field with their lighting, Caloundra are going to be right up there this year. I was very impressed with them. They were good in transition, a lot of good players. So you'd about lock them in for a top 4 spot. Woombye, I know they're my club, but I was impressed with them too. We were well in the second half till only 1-0. They defended for their lives, have put on some good attack, put a little bit of pressure on Connor Cullen. So obviously I'm tipping them for top 4 as well. Kiwana are in a rebuilding phase, but that is not NYU's problem. I said last week they will be just fine, and nothing has happened to change my mind. Noosa at Noosa. Gympie have some work to do. Coolum and BGs. Well, Coolum, that's another good performance from Cooley. And those who were saying that Daryl Hart's men aren't very good, I think they're going to be a little bit better than you think. Back in a sec to have a look at next weekend's fixtures. Next weekend's fixtures, round 3. Woombye will be hosting Buderim. Buddo are going to be good this year, as we all know. Came from nothing last year to put together a really good squad under Wayne Short. Of course, I'm tipping the freaking Snakies. You don't even have to. That's not even a question, is it? Gympie will be hosting Kiwana. Gympie will be a lot better at home. Kiwana rebuilding phase. I am going to go for Brad Lloyd's men, but not by much. Namboy and Dina will be hosting Caloundra. This is probably going to be the first big test for the Reds. Not that the others weren't a test, they certainly were. They're good teams, but Caloundra, I've already tipped them, locked them into top 4. NYU will be brave, but I think Kelly will get them. Coolum will smash the bye. BGs will travel to Noosa. Oh my God, after what Noosa put together last week, BGs will have their work cut out. They will be brave, but I think, as far as I'm concerned, the Lions will roar for me. I'll be back in a second to talk about our FQPL 2, 1 and NPL men and ladies. Well, it was positive results all round for our our representative teams. First look at the NPL. It was a 1-0 win, a very brave performance from the Sunshine Coast Wanderers to get past one of the bigger clubs in the league in Rochdale Rovers. Matt Nesval got on the board with a penalty, and yeah, and they battled hard. Rochdale came at them in the second half, but they did well and hung on. Fire had a 1-1 draw down there at Terralba Park against Mitchelton. That's a good result for the Fire. Maroochydore, they headed to a Callaghan Park to take on North Star. That was also a 1-1 draw. It's FFA Cup time, or what do you call Australia Cup time midweek. Wanderers head down to Walter Park to take on Moreton Bay Jets, who are also flying along nicely, just like the Wanderers. Both are undefeated. That'll be an interesting match. The Fire have the big trip all the way down to the coast. That might hurt them a bit, but they've got their little buses, that should be right. And they're taking on the Magic. I expect them to get the result there. Probably Maroochy have the toughest of them all. They are at home to Strikers, who aren't in great form. So the Swannies might get them, and that will be the game that I will be calling. So that'll be on Blue Swan Radio. Next weekend's fixtures sees the Wanderers heading down the coast to the Croatian Sports Complex to take on Gold Coast Knights. That will be a tough one for the Wanderers, but do not bet against them. The Fire are heading to the Snake Palace to take on Caboolture on the Sunday. That Wanderers game's on the Saturday. That'll be a tough one, but Caboolture can't seem to get over the line, so that may just happen again. And on the Saturday, Maroochydore will be hosting Grange Thistle. Expect them to get the job done there. This is Kevin. Talking on Sunshine. You're on radio WFC. This that station.